objecting. So this is something that is in the mainstream of the party, and this does not mean that I'm against Trump per se, because obviously if this was about being anti-Trump, Tom Cotton wouldn't be doing it. The other thing, I think, fascinating thing for me that I learned was that part of what Mike Pence set out to do when he insisted to Donald Trump that he wasn't going to throw the election as was being requested, and it's almost strange that we talk about it so glibly because it was such a momentous event, is he wanted a paper trail so that if future presidents got the same idea, they would already understand as a matter of constitutional law, and I use the word precedent sort of loosely, but that there was a roadmap laid out, that this had been investigated and determined under the law to be something you couldn't do. Now, I'll take it for granted that the founders didn't put into the Constitution this weird back door that the vice president had the power all along to choose who won the election, even if they didn't like who actually won. Mike Pence always found that preposterous, but he wanted to leave a paper trail. So he had his attorney in the vice president's office research this and lay it out, not just so he could say to other Republicans, look, I did my best, I tried, because that's not what he was doing. He wanted it on paper that this was as preposterous as it sounds, and the next time somebody tried it, people could pull up these documents and say, look, we've already looked into this. It doesn't work.
Yeah, and yet Mike Pence is out publicly on television calling January 6th, quote, one day in January, and saying the media overblew it. Let me ask you, David, before you go, the question that informs everything else in Republican politics right now, as someone who sat at Mar-a-Lago with the former president, is there any chance Donald Trump does not run for president in 2024?
Sure. I think there's a chance. I think part of it has to do with how weak he perceives Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. I think part of it has to do with whether or not he wants to be president again. You know, one of the Trump allies that I spoke with for the book told me that it may turn out that Donald Trump likes being an ex-president more than he liked being president, because there are trappings with both. But when you're an ex-president, all the trappings are good, and there's no downside. So I think that he's very serious about running a third time. I don't think it's something he's just making up for effect, but I don't think it's a decision he's actually made. And if he perceives Joe Biden or Joe Biden's purported successors and the Democratic Party overall to be stronger, I think the probability of a Trump presidential campaign in 2024 decreases.
The book is In Trump's Shadow, The Battle for 2024 and the Future of the GOP. And you can listen to the accompanying podcast. The latest episode features Joe. David Drucker, thank you very much for being on. Appreciate it. So, Joe, here we go with the questions surrounding the former president. And I do see him liking the trappings of being a former president rather than president. I think he was very constrained in the White House, which puts him in a very different position now.
Well, he's at the center of the world inside the White House, and so of course he loved that. But I do wonder how much he's enjoying being at Mar-a-Lago and having one Republican after another come down and act like sycophants, begging him for their endorsement. And instead of getting battered and beaten up in the press every day and having to deal with the things that he had to deal with inside the White House, he can sit there, play kingmaker, and then go out and golf. So who knows what he prefers doing? I'm sure we'll find out in the months and years to come. But Nika, we have something, I think, more significant to